right now it's 2-0, something we have never seen on the Sports Night Showdown. As we switch to the last question, which will be worth 3 points, folks. 3-point question. Switching from basketball to football, what has been the most notable NFL transaction so far this offseason? We'll go from the beginning. The leader, Jacob Lutt.
All right, a lot of pressure right now, but my favorite move, I really like the trade that the Patriots and the Cardinals just made involving Chandler Jones. I think it's beneficial on both parts. Not only do the Patriots pick up an offensive lineman, which they desperately need after their offensive line arguably lost them the AFC Championship game and then in turn the Super Bowl, because I do believe they would have beat the Panthers, but they also got a draft pick that they were missing from Deflategate, although they may end up getting that back with Bob Kraft complaining to Roger Goodell this week. But on the flip side, the Cardinals got a huge presence down low, or excuse me, not down low, I forgot we're talking about football, on the defensive line right now.
In the trenches,
In the trenches, yes, on the edge, as Chandler Jones, a Pro Bowler last season, 12.5 sacks, really a force, replacing the force that was Vince Wilfork on that monstrous Patriots defense. It bolsters the already scary and elite Arizona Cardinals defense, which has an unreal secondary with the Honey Badger himself and Patrick Peterson. And I also just think that the Cardinals, with their force on offense, this really bolsters what they were doing last year. They're going to bring back Larry Fitzgerald. They're going to bring back Carlton Palmer. And they also needed someone to replace the immortal Dwight Freeney, who left them this year and had an unbelievable season.
All right, you got a response for that, Thick?
Wow, you really looked into that Chandler Jones trade. My most notable trade my most notable offseason move so far this month has been the Brock Osweiler signing with the Texans, and I say that for 3 reasons. One, it shows that because he spurned the Broncos, he wanted to get out of there, and he felt disrespected by his benching after leading them to a winning record for most of the year, as Peyton Manning was terrible and just not himself. 2, it shows that the Texans are really going for it because they're in a weak division. Who knows what the Colts are going to be with Andrew Luck? The Jags and the Titans are not competitive teams, and they were still able to make the playoffs and win the division with terrible, terrible quarterback play. And third, the most important thing is that it shows that the state of the NFL is just a drought of quarterback talent and competition. He's getting $37 million guaranteed for the first 2 years. He started 7 games in the NFL. What does that say about the quality of NFL quarterbacks right now? Not much out there.
Definitely. No, very solid points. And really, you were right. That Texans team can go from just a mediocre team that gets bounced in the first round of the playoffs because they're in a bad division to an actual contender if he pans out like some of these backups under very experienced quarterbacks like we've seen with, I don't know, Aaron Rodgers perhaps. So I'm sorry, Lutt. The time has come.
Oh, my God.
Nick Reed with the amazing comeback, amazing response, and 30 seconds of FaceTime. That's your boy.
My FaceTime this week, I'm going to keep it brief, but with the Warriors in just the state of power in the NBA and the Spurs right behind them and Steph Curry and Kawhi Leonard emerging as possibly the 2 best players in the league right now and the 2 most talented, there are rumors that LeBron James is unhappy with the stature taking the backseat to those 2 and that he will possibly leave Cleveland and opt out after this season. And if that happens, what are we to make of the superstar who is the hero coming back to his hometown after spurning them 6 years ago? Is he a traitor again? Is it really all about winning one for the land? Who knows? Is he a villain? We'll see.
Well, that was probably my favorite showdown I've ever been a part of. Thank you guys so much for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having us.
But stay tuned, guys. We got extra innings next and the top 5, so do not leave.